Hey everybody, it's the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel where we're dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle or eating just one meal a day. Today I want to talk about a comment and email that I usually get. It's typically from someone who's a beginner to the OMAD way of eating and intermittent fasting. And it goes something like this. They'll usually say, well, I tried OMAD for a month or some other form of intermittent fasting as recommended, and I was strict. I didn't cheat, I didn't have any splurge days, I did exactly as you said, and I only lost 6 pounds this month. And so that got me thinking, and I want to do a post today and talk about why this is a good thing, and why it is not good to have a large amount of weight loss in a very, very short amount of time, and why that would not be beneficial. And to do this, I want to make a little bit of an analogy, so just bear with me here for a minute. Back in the 80s, at least here in America, we kind of got swept up in credit card fever. I know my parents definitely did. But a lot of Americans, see, at the time, we used to have, before that, what was more popular were charge cards. And these generally had to be paid off in full every single month. They really were pretty much only good for establishing a very, very small baseline of basic credit and for absolute emergencies. But then the credit cards started to catch on and become very popular, and the interest rates were low. And so many financial advisors would tell people, hey, you know, it's stupid. Why wait until 10, 15 years down the road until you have the money to go for that European vacation, or to get a new wardrobe, or that hot item that you just had to have, when you could just go and get it instantly and buy it right now and just pay a little every single month. So that whole way of thinking kind of caught on, and people stepped away from the more traditional approach, which was you had to save money if you wanted to get something that you really desired. If you, like, for example, you see something that's a $300 item and you save 20 bucks a month, or excuse me, $20 a week, it'd take you about 15 weeks to save up for that. And anything that was a really large ticket item, you knew that you were going to be saving for the long haul. It was going to take a while. So this just kind of progressed, and it became a part of our life here for decades, and nobody really thought to question it. But the problem, as I've alluded to already, is in this situation is that people stopped relying on personal savings. They didn't really see the point of having any savings because it takes so long to save up. You spend it so fast, and then you have to get back on the train again to try and save up. And and with credit cards, everybody has that sort of I need it now mentality, and the instant gratification. We've become this instant gratification society. So you could kind of see the parallels with that, and as I'm going to explain, with losing weight. If you had the ability to lose 40, 50 pounds in a matter of just a couple of weeks, this would not be of any benefit to you at all. The reason is because you would spend the majority of your life overeating, eating garbage, putting on weight, and you wouldn't care because, oh, I got 60 pounds, 80 pounds, 100 pounds overweight, just 3 weeks down the road and I'd be able to take it all off. And then you'd go right back to spending a long time doing the same thing that got you into poor health in the beginning. You'd have no motivation to eat foods that are a blessing to your body. It would just be a destructive lifestyle. And so when people complain to me about it taking a while for them to lose weight, I bring up this matter, and hopefully this video will reach plenty of people as I explain it. When you save up for something and you take weeks and weeks and weeks to save up for it, when you buy that item, you appreciate it more. It's not something that was just an impulse buy that you take it home and then you just throw it on a shelf somewhere or put it in a box in the attic and you forget about it for 10 or 15 years. This is something that you've saved up for. You've you've wanted it, you've worked really hard, so you can appreciate it. And when you buy that item, you're going to take care of it with everything you have. Well, it's kind of the same thing with losing weight. If you could lose weight, all of the weight that you needed to lose in a matter of a few weeks, well, then you wouldn't care about eating healthy or getting, improving your diet or improving your health or any sort of health benefits at all, because it wouldn't really matter. Instead, losing any amount of weight, but let's say 6 pounds a month. After 10 months, you've lost 60 pounds. That's a lot. You don't take it off very rapidly. You've worked hard for it. And so once you've done that and you've gotten to your goal, you're less inclined to go back to the way that you were eating before, because you know how hard you've worked to get to where you are, if this makes sense. Okay? So I hope you guys can see the whole analogy here that I'm making with, credit card spending versus saving in OMAD and dieting. A lot of people, I know you're frustrated. For some people, it seems like it was overnight that you put the weight on. It really wasn't. You've spent a long time. We all have before we've started this, that we've put on the weight. We don't feel good. We have all of the symptoms of being overweight. Some people more extreme than the others. And when you take 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, a year and a half to get this weight off, you're going to have so much more of an appreciation, and you're going to be that much more motivated to keep it off, because you know how hard of a struggle it was. You know how much, I don't even want to say the word struggle, but you know how much hard work that you've put into this, and you've put in your time, and you want to make sure that it wasn't for in vain. Even people who are looking to lose weight, not to improve their health, but just to look better in a bikini, they soon find, like everybody else that tries to lose weight, how much time and commitment it takes. So if you had the ability to just lose weight very, very rapidly, like very, very large amounts of weight in a matter of a couple of weeks, you would negate all of that. And you run into the same problem that you have in America today with the whole credit card industry, is that credit cards have become a crutch. And many of us here in America have no savings left anymore. And yes, things are more expensive, and more and more, a higher percentage of our paychecks are getting taken out in taxes and whatnot. But at the same time, people are relying heavily on credit cards as a means of some sort of savings, when really it's caused them to lose their ability to delay instant gratification and save up for something. And you see the same thing with the food business. I think that's why a lot of people try to give up too, is they see that this is going to be a lifestyle, this is going to be a commitment, and I'm going to have to be on top of this for the rest of my life, even if I'm successful at losing weight. Even if it takes me 4 months to get to my goal weight, I'm going to have to be on top of this for the rest of my life. And so that's what drew me to OMAD, and why I've stuck with this for so long, is because if I have to make this lifelong commitment, which I do, if I've got to make a lifelong commitment and I've got to be on top of my health, at least the trade-off is that I get to eat the foods that I like. I don't have to go on these crazy diets and eliminate all of the foods that I love. It can fit any social situation. I have choice, and it's very effective. So I hope this video was helpful for you today. I hope you can see the analogy that I made, and I hope it inspires you to keep going. And I hope that it cheers you up a little bit when you have a month where you say only lose 4 pounds or 6 pounds, or I have some people who have written me that they complain because they only lost about a half a pound or 1 pound in a week. And I say, you're doing great. You're right on target. That's where you need to be. Just 1 pound a week at the end of the year is 52 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose. And the other part of this is that by taking the time, you're developing the consistency and the skills that you need so that you can go for the rest of your life and you never have to be obese again. You never have to have the symptoms of being an obese, overweight person, all the symptoms that come with that. So I hope this video was helpful for you today, and I hope it gave you a little bit of motivation to keep going. Don't be so mindful of the scale all the time, and know that every step that you're taking every single day, you are moving towards your goal, you're moving in the right direction, and you're doing the right thing. You just need to be consistent with it, and you need to stick with it, and you're going to have to keep this, you're going to have to monitor your health for the rest of your life. So you might as well do it in a way that fits your lifestyle and you could live with. So that's it for me today. I think I'm gonna go hop in the pool in a little bit because it's mighty warm up here in New England. I hope you guys have a great week, a very happy OMAD, and be well.